Hello, and welcome to Fox West Theater's Fall Fanfare New Year's finale. I'm Jay Gillespie, host of Trinidad's most important nightly news show, Cougar Nights, here to send off the season with style. If you don't know the Fox West Theater, then you've never been to Trinidad, Colorado. That is neither here nor there, because here is a brief history. Groundbreaking on the theater began in February 1907, and it opened only a little over a year later on March 16, 1908. Originally a theater and event space, a camera phone was installed in 1920 to show early films. And later, in 1929, the theater underwent an extensive remodeling, including equipping the theater to show sound motion pictures. West Theater was renamed the Fox West Theater at this time. By the 1930s, the Fox West Theater was the community center of Trinidad. Hosting cash giveaway nights made the theater wildly popular, even in the Depression era. In 1942, the Fox West became known as the Fox. At this time, a large renovation was planned, but the only part that came to fruition was installing a new concession stand, which is still in the theater today. In February 1959, John, Salma, and Marie Sawaya purchased the theater. The next largest renovations in the theater's history occurred around this time. They repainted it in its current color scheme and made several other improvements throughout. They installed a widescreen cinemascope system, including upgraded sound equipment, a fixed movie screen, and new projector, all cutting-edge technology for its time. The Sawaya family successfully operated the Fox as a movie theater for over 60 years until its eventual closure in 2013. In December 2018, the city of Trinidad, with funding from History Colorado and History Colorado State Historical Fund, supported the purchase of the building and its contents. Working in partnership with Urban Neighborhoods Incorporated and the Fox West Theater Alliance, the City of Trinidad is now working to restore this historic building. In 2020, to help promote the renovation efforts, the Fox West Theater Alliance launched the Fall Fanfare video series, highlighting the theater through music and virtual tour performances. We want to thank all the musicians that donated their time and talent and traveled from near and far to play socially distanced in a very empty theater so that everyone can enjoy their acts. Our tour guides, Gregory Friesen, Christopher Smith, and Bill Winter, also deserve a big thank you for giving us a peek into the spaces others have so rarely seen before. From the back offices, the projection booth, to the original stage machinery, we've seen a lot of cool stuff. But there's one place we haven't shown, the ballroom in the basement. As part of our tours, filmed in early October, Gregory Friesen and Christopher Smith took a sledgehammer down to the ballroom in order to find out what has been hidden behind a door on the stage that has not been opened since the 1930s. So without further ado, I present to you the highly anticipated reveal of what you have all been waiting for. What is hiding behind that door?
Hey, I'm Chris Smith. I'm project manager here at the Fox West Theater. Thank you for joining me for this video. We are in the ballroom, one of the most seldom seen spaces in the building. I'm joined by Gregory Friesen from CSNA Architects in Colorado Springs, and I'm going to give you some history about the ballroom before we do something super, super cool. The ballroom opened 2 weeks after the theater, the main auditorium upstairs. And it hosted dances, it hosted the high school band, it hosted community events and community organizations throughout its history. It never had renovation. The upstairs, the main auditorium, was renovated in 1929. Down here, the only thing they ever did while it was in use from 1908 until about the 1940s was put in this pressboard shell inside of the original bandstand. The floor that we're standing on is from 1908, and the rooms on either side of this stage are from 1908. The one room there has been opened, and the door opens in, and you can see that there are names of musicians written in pencil on the walls, dating as early as 1910 up through 1920. This shows that the room was a musician's break room for the dance bands that would play the ballroom at the Fox West Theater. Most everything in this building is symmetrical. And therefore, if there's a band practice room and room for instrument storage on one side of the stage we're on, there's definitely one on this side as well. Here in this video, I'm very excited to share with you what's behind this door. This band shell was improved in September 1933. The ballroom closed for 2 weeks in September 1933 to install this shell. I believe the idea was, let's have performance down here while movies are upstairs and the sound won't get mixed up. I don't know if it was a super success, but I do know that this 2x4 has been blocking this door since 1933. We don't know what's in there. We're gonna find out. We're gonna start by removing this telephone wire, which has been installed across the press board. These are some really cool tacks, look at that.
So I'm using my
Official architect's tool.
handy dandy Swiss Army knife that I carry with me at all times. It does all kinds of things. And I was actually here using it for some preliminary paint analysis upstairs on the proscenium arch.
Beautiful. Put this back here. These are heavy. So, before we do anything, we'll get more of the press board out of the way so that we can see this whole door. Ooh! Oh, this is cool.
Nice looking radiator.
That's one of the original radiators to the building. What's very interesting is the front side of this, the original wall, is painted in a 30s, 40s kind of colored way.
There's some evidence up here of the same shades.
I noticed that. Now there's a different color above. Beautiful.
Ad hoc against the
So this paint matches some paint that is on the stairwell going to the main floor.
This color is on the crown of the cut pin ceiling.
Yep. So,
I'll let you whack that.
yep, what we're gonna do is knock this out of the way.
Upholstery pattern. We've seen that in other places going out.
Yep. We'll go this way. So we've got the door revealed, and this is the original wood trim, certainly, to the building. I've seen this throughout. Gregory noticed that this paint job and this paint job match other spaces in the building. You can see evidence of streamers from old parties that were attached to the back of this band shell. What we're going to do now is open this door and find out, for the first time since September 33, what's in here. 3, 2, 1. It's another door! Let's get this up. Is it affixed from the inside?
There's something blocking it on the hinge side. Give it a push.
There we go. We're gonna find out now. We got the interior door open. It's not empty. It's a life-size Santa Claus. It's a pair of life-size Santa Claus. We also have music from the Wells Music Company in Denver for Ken Wolfe. Ken Wolfe reopened the Ballroom September 1933. We also have these dried paper flowers.
First, let's look at the wall and see if there's any musicians' graffiti like in the other lounge.
For sure. Unlike the other, there's this wire that runs.
Maybe this is the conductor's lounge, that's why it's in pristine condition, and the other one were the riffraff musicians. Here's an arrow.
Good eye, good eye. Here's another arrow. No, unlike the other space, this does not have a lot of graffiti in here. And no chalk on the walls either. You see often in this building. The other space does not have that extra Gregory. Actually, you see them? Look at that.
Those are beam pockets.
Beam pockets.
Well, see, here you can see where the floorboard is.
Yep.
It's the same thing up there.
Okay. Well, the room has not been empty, but occupied by two full-size Santa Claus. Let's see what he looks like. Oh, if he's even in here. No, this was just his home. Again, an empty envelope. But these could be pretty darn old. A wonderful decoration for homeschool Smith. Bristol.
You didn't even say.
And thank you, Ken Wolfe, for leaving behind some of your music. There it is. Oh. My Song from George White's Scandals. This is the original full song folio used for the Broadway production. You call it madness, but I call it love. Again, a foxtrot. The first violin part for that. Bend down, sister.
Foxtrot.
Ken Wolfe was a dance band. One of us was wrong. You call it madness, but I call it love. Again, these are all the first violin parts, and male trio song. Oh, imagine that. Oh. Well, these are beautiful. Anything else good in there?
Just the cardboard backing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool. $1933. First people in here.
Santa Claus sleeves and sheet music, what a find! Ken Wolfe, who left it in there, performed many times in the theater, including the opening performance after this renovation. After going through the music, we found one complete song, the violin-only section of a waltz arranged by Jack Mason, written in 1932, called The Clock Strikes the Hour of Love. We did a call out for musicians, and professional music instructor Vanessa Cheverez-Little from Colorado Springs answered. So, as a special New Year's present to you, I present this unique performance. Enjoy. Even without the accompanying instruments, a very beautiful performance indeed. Thank you, Vanessa, and all the musicians that participated in the Fox West's Fall Fanfare. We also want to thank our amazing sponsors for their generous support, crew and volunteers for contributing their time to the project, and the City of Trinidad for making this all possible. We hope that you have enjoyed our series, and we hope that you follow us on our next adventures as we prepare to restore this theater to its original glory and once again host acts for live audiences. Thank you for watching, for donating to our 501c3 fundraising efforts, and for believing in Trinidad. Let's all celebrate into 2021 with one final musical performance. A Trinidad local and favorite, David Reeves, whom we all know and love as Fiddler Dave. I'm your host, Jay Gillespie, and thanks for watching.